Hey everybody, Haydog here, and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we're doing French Revolution / Napoleonic Wars, and Napoleon, and in chronological order. There's a lot of people telling me to react to this, so we are going to react to the very first one, the Battle of Valmy. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but let's go.
14th of July, 1789.
All right, French Revolution.
The Bastille, symbol of French royal tyranny, has been stormed by the people. For too long they have suffered rampant taxation, forced labor, and now famine.
Watched it.
All while the king and aristocracy live in gilded luxury.
The fancy life.
No more. In the tennis
Bring
court
it down.
Representatives of the people swear to curtail the power of the king and establish a constitution.
I guess kick them out.
A fervor for the rights of man and the citizen is sweeping away the old regime.
No more monarchy. We don't want it.
A new age is dawning in Europe. An age of enlightenment, equality, and reason. An age of upheaval and war. An age of revolution.
The Battle of Valmy, birth of the French Republic. Oh, look at that.
In the first euphoric days of the French Revolution, hopes for the future are high.
That's the right flag.
In the aftermath of the tennis court oath, France is governed by a national assembly, a government of elected deputies, dominated by Enlightenment thinkers of the middle class.
The middle class, okay.
The assembly drafts a new constitution for France, a formidable challenge, while also directing foreign and domestic policy and attempting to contain a massive economic crisis.
Ooh, that's a debt.
At first, most deputies favor a constitutional monarchy. But King Louis XVI and his supporters are disgusted by the idea.
Of course.
They have no intention of sharing power with the Third Estate, the common people, and wish to see the king's absolute power restored.
Are you poor?
In June 1791,
that's what they would
Louis
say.
tries to flee the country to seek aid from loyalist forces on the French frontier. But he is caught at Varennes. Louis and his family are brought back to Paris under armed guard.
That didn't work out.
This outright betrayal by the king fuels a growing divide between those who still believe in a constitutional monarchy and those who want to end the monarchy for good and create a republic. In September 1791, a new constitution is agreed.
I don't know politics, but
the king retains significant powers and will oversee a new French government,
that's just what
the
I
Legislative Assembly. But it is hindered by internal division.
Of course.
On the left of the assembly sit the radical Jacobin factions, who want sweeping reforms to taxation, law, and church. On the right, the conservative Feuillon faction, who think the revolution has gone far enough. With France in political paralysis, both sides see a possible way to unite the country and get what they want through war.
Of course. It's always through war. Violence. Oh god, I gotta read. Oh no. Hold on. His Majesty, the Emperor, and his mistress, the King of Prussia, regards the present situation of His Majesty, the King of France, as a matter of common interest to all the sovereigns, sorry, I'm dyslexic, of Europe. Declaration of Plincit, 27th August 1791. Alright, let's solve
in 1792, the great concern of Europe is not France and its revolution, but Poland.
Oh
The
yeah,
once mighty
Poland.
Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth has long been in decline.
Yep.
In 1772, its rapacious neighbours, Austria, Prussia, and Russia, had agreed to share out the Commonwealth's border provinces.
Of course.
But there is more to come.
We want more.
In the summer of 1792, Empress Catherine of Russia becomes concerned at a possible Polish resurgence and sends in her troops.
Okay.
Austria and Prussia watch on, determined that any Russian gains at Polish expense are matched by their own.
Of course.
For the moment, events in France
They're
are
getting
therefore
gains.
of secondary
us?
importance. Nevertheless, King Louis's treatment cannot be completely ignored by Europe's other monarchs. There are principles at stake, and fears
these
that the
drawings.
ideals of the French Revolution may spread, like an infection, to neighbouring countries.
Interesting.
The previous year,
Kind of right. I
1791,
gotta say.
Austria and Prussia had issued a joint statement, the Declaration of Pillnitz. The treatment of King Louis, they announced, was of common concern to all European monarchs.
It's a concern. We'll
This
say.
vaguely worded warning, intended to strengthen King Louis's position, causes outrage in France. The revolutionaries view Austria as a reactionary power, which gives support to dangerous
Austria's pretty
French
strong.
exiles, the aristocratic émigrés in Koblenz, who wish to invade France and overturn the revolution. They are led by the king's brothers and cousin, and now command a force 5,000 strong.
All right.
There is growing clamour for war from all quarters. Among the Jacobins, the Girondins faction believe war will unite
Girondins.
France. Some even call for a crusade to spread revolutionary ideals across Europe.
That's crazy now.
The king and his supporters believe...
That's crazy nowadays that they say that war will unite a country. It's like, man, nowadays it's like war kind of does the opposite, as we're seeing right now.
War
in
will
modern
remind
times.
France of its traditional loyalties. While privately, King Louis and Marie Antoinette would also welcome French defeat, which would mean an end to the revolution. On the 20th of April 1792, citing numerous provocations, the French Legislative Assembly votes to declare war on the Habsburg monarchy of Austria.
That's a big
France
power
rides a
right there.
wave of war fever, and hopes are high for a quick victory. But the French army, one of the most powerful forces in Europe, has been thrown into chaos by the revolution.
Well, yeah.
Almost
been
half its
abandoned.
officers, all aristocrats, have fled France to escape the revolution.
That makes sense.
Those who remain are not trusted by their men or the politicians. Old regiments of the Royal Army are also regarded with suspicion. They have been augmented by tens of thousands of fresh volunteers, a citizen army that is eager and full of zeal, but lack discipline, training, and supplies.
Right. That's not a good army. You don't
France
want
hopes to
civilians in
capture
your
the
army.
Austrian Netherlands, modern Belgium,
Modern
a
Belgium.
rich province and a seemingly easy target. The experienced generals Rochambeau, Lafayette, and Luckner share command of 3 frontier armies,
All these old
but
guys.
cannot agree on a plan. And the fragility of their new recruits is soon exposed.
Yep.
General Biron, advancing on Brussels, wins a minor skirmish at Quievrain. But he
Okay.
is so alarmed by the disorderly conduct of his troops, he decides to pull back to the frontier.
Oh, wow.
His men are so jumpy that the mere rumor of an Austrian attack triggers a complete rout.
Oh, Jesus.
Another column, led by General Dillon, meets a similar fate. Rumors sweep the ranks that they have been betrayed by their own officers. General Dillon is shot and bayoneted by his own men.
Oh, wow.
His body dumped onto a fire.
Holy shit, that went 0 to
Hopes
100
for
real
a quick
quick.
French victory are shattered. and instead, a crisis is brewing.
They realized, uh-oh.
That summer, Prussia declares war on France,
Prussia.
joining Austria in an alliance that comes to be known as the First Coalition.
The First Coalition.
Together, they plan to invade France,
I'm gonna be
crush
super
the
French
revolution,
this series.
and restore the powers of the king. The Prussian army is led by the Duke of Brunswick,
The Duke of
regarded as
Brunswick.
Europe's best general.
Uh-oh.
On the 25th of July, he issues a declaration. If any harm should come to the French royal family, he will bring down an ever-memorable vengeance upon the people of Paris,
Ooh.
threatening to destroy the city and execute all rebels.
Wow.
6
Damn,
days
that's,
later, the Duke of Brunswick crosses the Rhine
Uh-oh.
and advances into France. Paris is in uproar. Enraged by Brunswick's threat,
This
the
ain't
National
looking good,
Guard
France.
storms the King's Palace, the Tuileries, on the 10th of August. Swiss guards and royal staff are slaughtered. The king and his family take refuge with the Legislative Assembly, and although they survive the massacre, they are now prisoners of the Jacobins.
Yep.
The French army is in disarray, the government in turmoil. The enemy is marching on Paris.
How is France
The
gonna
revolution
get out of this?
is in mortal danger.
Okay. I don't like that. It's super slow. Citizens, the fatherland is in danger. May those who will obtain the horror of marching first to defeat what is most dear to them always remember that they are French and free. The delegation of Legislative Assembly. Again, if my reading's bad, I'm just waking up today, so.
After the disastrous invasion of the Austrian Netherlands, it is obvious that France's citizen soldiers cannot yet be relied upon.
Nope.
They have neither the training nor discipline of the old royal battalions. So the French army undergoes rapid reforms. Formations and doctrine are simplified to match the skill of the new
Oh,
recruits,
jeez.
who continue to flood in from the provinces. Camping gear and heavy supply wagons are ditched to increase mobility.
Makes sense.
Most crucially, veterans of the old Royal Army, previously looked on with suspicion, are allowed back into the field.
Oh.
This revitalized force will prove far more effective, though it still lacks experienced officers. For the time being, France has just 54,000 troops,
Okay.
under the command of Lafayette and Luckner, between Brunswick and Paris. The combined Austro-Prussian army totals 84,000 men,
Ooh,
a relatively
yeah,
small
you're
force,
outnumbered.
but deemed sufficient to brush aside an inexperienced enemy.
Yeah.
The cautious Brunswick
I love
advances slowly into France. On the 23rd of August, he captures the border fortress of Longwy.
Oh.
10 days later, he captures the fortress city of Verdun.
Verdun.
The fall of
Oh,
Verdun
wow, they got
triggers
Verdun?
panic in the capital.
Ah, in World War I, they
Thus
couldn't do
far,
that.
you have only had a make-believe warfare, warns Jacobin leader Georges Danton.
Jordan.
We shall now have a more terrible war.
Oof.
The war of the nation against the despots. It is time to say to the people that they must hurl themselves upon their enemies.
Ugh, I don't like that.
Such words fuel rumors of a plot within Paris. Mobs take
Hey, I wouldn't be
savage,
so happy to
preemptive
hear that.
action, storming the city's jails and butchering all those they find within. Priests and nuns who have not sworn allegiance to the new state are also targeted.
Ooh.
The September massacres leave more than 1,000 dead.
Wow.
Things are little better at the front. Rochambeau has resigned in disgrace. Lafayette
He's
has
done.
defected to the Austrians following a disastrous attempt to launch his own military coup.
He's done.
The new commanders are Generals Kellerman and Dumouriez. Enthusiastic supporters of the revolution, but as yet untested in high command.
Oh. They just don't know
Dumouriez,
battle.
energetic and bold, is tasked with holding the coalition advance at the Argonne forest. But believing the enemy will head south, he fails to properly guard the passes, and Brunswick outflanks Dumouriez to the north.
Yeah.
Chazot's division is routed by just 1,500 Prussian hussars.
Wow, that's it.
Panic is so great, it nearly triggers the collapse of the entire French army.
Oh, wow.
Dumouriez only just manages to hold his forces together. The road to Paris is now open for Brunswick.
Ooh.
But Kellermann's
That's not
troops
good.
have finally arrived to support Dumouriez. His Army of the Centre contains some of the best regiments in the French army,
Okay.
and gives Dumouriez the confidence to
Let's
advance
see
against
how
the enemy.
they do.
Rather than moving to
That was
block
weird.
the road to Paris, Dumouriez makes the bold decision to march against the rear of the coalition army,
Alright,
threatening
smart.
their lines of communication. Unwilling to risk continuing the advance, Brunswick doubles back to engage the French.
Oh, man.
Here, he thinks, is a chance to destroy the revolutionary army, which has never yet managed to stand its ground.
Alright. Arise, children of the fatherland, the day of glory has arrived. I'm not even gonna pronounce that name. Oh, man. Glory.
In the early hours of the 20th of September 1792, a thick fog blankets the rolling countryside around Valmy. Brunswick's advance guard, marching east, runs into General Valence, holding the village of La Lune.
La Lune.
Valence's men are veterans of the old Royal Army. They put up a stiff fight and buy time for the rest of the French army to deploy on a ridge just west of Valmy. Brunswick had not expected such determined resistance. He decides to wait until more troops have arrived before launching his assault. The two armies are now of almost equal size, about 36,000 French facing 34,000 Prussians.
Okay.
Both sides also bring up their artillery, 40 French guns against 56 Prussian.
That's pretty equal.
While the Prussians have greater numbers, French guns are better positioned on the hills. The French artillery has also been less affected by the revolution than other arms. They are experienced, disciplined, and benefit from the famous Gribeauval system, which has improved and standardized artillery equipment.
Huh.
As both sides open up a deafening barrage, Dumouriez and Kellermann ride up and down the lines, exposing themselves to flying round shot, encouraging their men to hold firm.
Oof.
French troops show their resolve by roaring out a new revolutionary song that is all the rage that summer, La Marseillaise.
La Marseillaise.
As the artillery duel drags on, it becomes clear that the French will not be so easily broken. At 1 p.m, Brunswick orders a general advance.
Ooh.
The Prussian infantry come under murderous fire.
Yeah.
Each step forward, more and more men are smashed by French round shot.
Ah.
After only a few hundred paces,
This sounds
Brunswick
painful.
decides that further advance will be too costly and halts the attack.
Not push back? I would
First
push
time
back,
since
dude.
the
Okay.
outbreak of war, the French seem to have thrown back the enemy.
Well, they
But
did
it's
it.
not over yet.
Oh.
A Prussian cannonball strikes an ammunition wagon.
Ah.
Ranks of men are knocked down. The artillery duel halts briefly as men gaze in awe at the explosion.
Yeah, I would too. Boom!
A Prussian officer urges Brunswick to seize the moment.
Now we'll
But
take
Brunswick
them.
hesitates, while a young French brigadier, the future King Louis-Philippe, rides up with 2 batteries of horse artillery to shore up the line.
Really, the kings?
Kellerman, too, is on the spot, raising his hat and shouting, "Vive la nation!"
Vive la nation!
In previous engagements, the French
Vive
had
la
broken
France!
at the first sign of danger. At Valmy, they hold firm. From the Royal Veterans to the Raw Volunteers, the exhausted gunners to the brave generals. At 5 p.m, with rain falling and ammunition running low, firing dies out on both sides.
Jeez. Here and today, a new Europe in the history of the world has begun, and you can boast you man, I'm so bad at this. Can boast you were present at its birth. John Wolfgang von Goethe, German poet. Erupt.
Valmy was neither a large nor costly battle.
Oh.
There are just a few hundred casualties on both sides.
Oh, wow, really?
Some debate whether it should even be called a battle at all.
Oh.
But it is a crucial moment of the French Revolution. With its very survival in jeopardy, the Revolutionary Army, augmented by the old Royal Army, has stood its ground and checked the enemy invasion.
That's what they
The
did.
next day, emboldened by news of victory, France's new National Convention abolishes the monarchy and proclaims a
just like
French
that.
Republic. The French army pulls back to better defensive terrain. The Prussians are left to fend for themselves in a hostile country. Heavy rain
No, the
continues to
Prussians.
thrash the armies through September, while desertion and disease reduce Brunswick's main force to just 17,000
Ooh,
defectives.
he lost.
The Prussian general has had enough.
Yeah, he's done.
His well-drilled soldiers are a precious resource, not to be thrown away on a doomed enterprise. What's more, the situation in Eastern Europe seems a more pressing concern, where Poland is about to be carved up once more.
Again, yeah.
Brunswick gives the order to retreat, and on the 23rd of October, the last coalition
Man,
troops
the
recross
Austrians
the
did
River
nothing.
Rhine, back into Germany.
Back in Germany.
It will take more than 20 years and the loss of more than 3 million lives before another coalition army gets as close to Paris as Brunswick did
Wow.
that autumn in 1792.
That was it. Holy shit.
Do you want to watch unreleased
Wow, okay, so there we go. That's the what was it? Vimeo? Still don't know how to say, but whatever. It's I'm a dumb American. Anyway, very interesting. Very nice first video. It did not have Napoleon in it, but Napoleon I can see showing up real soon. And yeah, so very interesting video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Comment and subscribe. See ya.